Welcome back to Wedding Mayhem, your wedding channel for all things wedding. And I've got the dream team with me today.
Absolutely.
Welcome back. Oh, can't do that.
Poorly finger. You can point at us.
Yeah. Had a bit of an accident over the Christmas period. Tried to chop my finger off.
It's a long story, though. Do you want to tell them? Or...
No.
You've told us many a times.
I was using a hand blender and it got clogged at the bottom, and I thought, it would be
a great idea.
Great idea.
To put my finger in and stop it.
But it's a new blender. It's 2,000 watts. So my start button was in the middle of my
I'm too squeamish for this.
And then I tipped it up and thought, there it is. And then
but it was still going at the time. Don't forget.
No, it wasn't going.
Oh, it wasn't going.
No, it wasn't going. No.
It still did that when it wasn't going.
But when I tipped it up, my hand then slipped down to the bottom where the on switch is. It's like a lever, and as I put my finger in, it went. Bzz.
Oh my god!
And but I've got great reflexes, and
that's what the doctor said.
I managed to get it out before it took the whole lot off. Yeah. So we don't know what damage, but
which has affected a lot you do because your training's been difficult and because running.
You can't run.
I'm being serious. I'm being nice. I'm being scary.
On purpose.
I'm now into marathon training, but they said you can't be running.
And the reason it throbs.
Yeah, because the blood.
I'm being nice.
I've done a vein. I have to tell you this really funny story though, because wherever you go, there's a wedding. When you say that you're in the wedding industry, there's always the story. So the guy that was that was doing my finger, we got chatting and everything about what you do and stuff like that, and then his mate came in and he's finished bandaging, and I just looked at the mate and I went, "E.T. phone home," because it's big white bandage on it. And he just looked at me, he just looked at me like a complete weirdo, and I went, "Be good." And again, he still didn't look at me. So the paramedic that was singing to me, and he said, "I've got a funny story about weddings." And I went, "Go on." He went, "I got married in Vegas." And he said, my wife is, she likes a joke and stuff like that. He said, so I thought it'd be really funny to get married in a 7-foot dinosaur blow up
and
costume.
They let you do that?
And it was in the desert.
Oh, right, okay.
And he said, but I did wear a suit underneath just in case you didn't find it funny, and she didn't find it funny. But he still got married in the 7-foot dinosaur suit.
He'd have been so sweaty.
I know.
They have a little fan underneath.
I know.
A little fan.
God. I guess. But with the suit on as well?
Yeah. But that's still, that is, I've never heard that before, so that's that was I've heard lots of different outfits. Underwater, you've seen that one.
That's a bit mean though to her, because she must have spent hours getting ready and looking amazing, and then he comes out looking like something from a kid's party.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be pretty disappointed.
If you're getting married in the desert, you kind of...
How did he get it through customs? Unless it was in his main...
it's just
he's not going to wear it for customs.
Oh my God, you made him laugh behind the camera.
He's going to come for
He didn't wear it on the plane.
I would have done. I would have worn it back, upgraded.
Can you imagine that, though, trying to
Where you sit in first class? Where do you think you sit? He's sitting in first class now. You're
lying in his bed with his dinosaur tail.
But that brings us to what we're going to be talking about is expectations. But before we do, I've got a question. Do you know what no one talks about when you start planning a wedding?
That things really can and do go wrong. Like when a supplier suddenly goes bust, or God forbid, when someone falls ill just before the big day.
Yeah, and that's why wedding insurance is so important. With Wedding Insure, you can help protect your wedding from the unexpected.
It covers all sorts of things, like cancellation and rearrangement if you or a loved one falls ill, financial failure of wedding suppliers, venue issues, even damage or theft of your wedding dress, rings or gifts.
And cover starts from as little as £38.99, with 10 tiers of cover from £6,000 to £100,000. So give yourself that extra peace of mind and head to weddingsure.co.uk and get your big day covered.
Not the most exciting part of wedding planning, but could be the best investment you make.
And as always, make sure you read the T's and C's. Before we do, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
How many Christmas dinners did you eat?
It was
at
quite
Christmas, because you were doing weddings all over Christmas and Christmas parties.
It was probably, I think, about 32.
32 Christmas dinners?
I think but I didn't finish them all. Like, I got offered a couple and I didn't eat them. I didn't eat them all. Like, there was some days I was like, do you know what, I'm over it. And they got it because they were like, if you just want to go to the bar and order something off the menu, like I was at a hotel in Richmond and they were like, I take it you don't want with it. I said, no, they go, just go to the bar. It's £35. Let's go and get whatever you want.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's good. So I had some spring rolls. So it's just totally different.
We had some. We always get lots of questions about when we've done an episode. Normally it's like, oh, it was really good, and blah, blah, blah. But I had probably a good dozen more asking how many dinners.
I was walking around like in the street and people were saying to me like, busy time of year, but you're eating loads of Christmas dinners. I'm like, yeah. But then I don't have Christmas dinner because we go away for Christmas.
You go away.
I had.
And talking about being recognised, you've not heard this story. Please tell me about, is it Waitrose?
Of course,
you've been spotted.
Waitrose, of course. I'm glad you went up market with the supermarket.
So
my local Waitrose.
If you want.
No, I don't ever go in there.
Not with your rollers
just
on.
Offended.
Anyway. Not with your rollers on. Not
the whole of our audience.
Only because there's one near my house, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not. I was in Waitrose, and my son, he's 13, and he loves sliced turkey from the deli, but we have to get it in Waitrose. Nowhere else does it the way he likes it. So I buy that literally 2-3 times a week, and all the staff in Waitrose know me
as the turkey lady.
And I was the other end of the store, away from the deli. I'd just come in, I'm chatting to someone else that works there, and the lady at the deli, Rachel, who's lovely, not Karen, it was Rachel, she comes over to me, over wherever I am in the store, and she goes, I thought I heard your voice. I've done your turkey for you, darling. There you go, 8 slices, nice and thin.
Amazing.
So funny. And what wonderful service. But yes, I'm the turkey lady in Waitrose.
But that's not the story.
Oh, not that one. Which one?
You got recognised behind the counter for being on the show.
Oh, yes. No, I did for that as well. Sorry, I thought you meant the time she heard my voice and wanted me to brought me my turkey. No, she did. She did. She saw me. I was like, I've seen you on YouTube. It wasn't something.
Disclaimer.
That's been hidden.
We won't talk about what we spoke about before, yeah?
Yeah, we're not talking about what we're. Yeah, she still wants to stay married. This episode is just chit chat about expectations because there would have been a lot of people getting engaged over the Christmas period.
So did you know?
Don't do that with my finger. I'm traumatized about the finger.
between Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Yeah. 40% of the couples in the UK get engaged.
Wow.
In between Christmas Eve.
40% of couples that are in a relationship.
No, they've never met each other. They've walked up to each other and gone, we're going to get engaged.
Hey, you can marry yourself these days, so you pack it in.
But like literally, that's what I read the other day. So 40% of the people in the UK get engaged in between Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. I mean, I got engaged on New Year's Eve many, many years ago.
Christmas Day.
And Christmas Day. So yeah, that 40%. So now that's why you're seeing so many pop-up wedding fairs of people who are jumping on because venues are desperate at the moment. They're all fighting for that signature of the couples because there's so many venues out there. They're all after it. So there's wedding fairs. Like some venues are doing like every Saturday and Sunday for the whole of January.
Open days.
Yeah, and you've got to book in, but they are packed. And we've done a couple already. And there's people there who are like, we've just got engaged. We're buzzing. We're so excited. Yeah. And you look at the groom and he's not happy, but she's happy. So he
asked the question probably.
Not always. No, because the couple I spoke to on Monday night, she asked him and he said yes because she was sick and tired. But she was sick and tired of waiting.
Yeah.
Like they've been together 10 years.
Yeah. Stuck his heels.
Yeah. Or people are nervous. But
also I find that couples now are wanting to get married to start a family.
Yeah.
It's going back to the old
next stage.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I'd say Monday we had like 7 meetings with couples and every one of them met online.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we are now in that period of the COVID people who 4 to 5 years ago who met online and now they're getting married.
I predicted this. I said this.
So I've had this conversation with many people.
So that's why last year was quiet for bookings for a lot of people, but are now coming in fast and furious.
It's mental.
Now.
Literally,
exactly.
It's been brilliant.
So on the back of this, I've been seeing lots of posts out there and
there has been literally every 10 minutes there's someone asking for a supplier on a page somewhere.
But my worry here, Lee, is that they're going to these open days and they're buzzing and they're going straight in and they're signing. Yeah. And they're not asking the right questions. So we are going to hopefully discuss on the episode, your not legal rights, because we're not legal experts, but we are supplier experts. And, going in and being prepared with your questions before you are signing anything. and asking the right questions. Because
and the flags to look up for as well.
Exactly.
Red flags, yeah.
Red flags, green flags.
Just because people are at a wedding fair doesn't mean,
doesn't mean it's
anyone
popular.
Can turn up there.
Yeah.
Pay your money.
Some people, like some of them, we're recommending.
We're talking about suppliers here, aren't we?
Yeah. So some venues, we are recommending suppliers at the venues, and because we're recommending supplier at their venues, they don't charge us to go to their wedding fair. They want us there. They trust us. They know we deliver. I've been contacted.
But that's a good venue. 100%, but some venues
But then now we've been contacted already this year for wedding fairs that happen in February.
Yeah.
They're trying to sell stalls to anybody, and if couples go there, there could be there could be people who are scamming people taking it. And it's one of the things. It does happen, but you think they're at a wedding fair, that you can trust them.
Yes, because the venues.
I've met you. You're at this venue. This venue seems good, and I've actually met you, so it must be fine.
Yeah. So that's why, but they're paid to be there, some of these venues. But the ones we're doing, they invite us there because we're trusted suppliers. Trust is a massive word, I think, in this industry. And that you're trusted to work there. They know you, and then there's procedures in place once they book us and stuff like that as well.
Well, it's like my brides trust me to know what I'm doing. Yeah. To know that if there is a crisis in the Far East, that it blocks up all the shipping channels, that I know that it's going to get rerouted somewhere and I can track it and stuff like that. They trust me to know that, that the dress will come in and I will call them in for the next stage and then hand them into the next stage and then they'll get handed back. That trust is a big word.
The dress is important in it as well.
Well, everything's important. This is people's life savings that they're putting into the wedding. That you wouldn't give people a bundle of money if they just knocked at your door.
I've had 2 people this week say, "Oh, my mum and this has gone like my mum and dad are paying for the wedding this year."
So even more important.
Which for me, I haven't heard that in quite a while.
We've had it all last year, nearly all last year. The mum and dad,
and literally, I did say to her, and she was like, "I want this." I was like, calm down, like just it's not your money, like don't get too excited. And at the end of the meeting she was like, thanks. I was like, what? She goes, I was so excited to book everything. And I was going, just relax, like just because it's not your money. But then you got the couples who are like, this is our money, we're going to use it
wisely. I think because we're in still in recession, that we are careful with our money than we've ever been before, but now we're spending somebody else's money. It's made us more cautious.
I had a bride say she wants a fun fair at her wedding.
Yeah, I've done a fun fair wedding.
And I was just like, you've not booked, she's telling me, she's booking the fun fair, she's booking the carousel. And I was like, you've not booked
your food?
You've not booked it, you've not, like literally the main things, your dress, your caterers, your entertainment. I was like, but you're booking this other stuff and paying them money. And I was like, I just told her to relax. I said, calm down. She goes, but they might get booked up. I was going,
because they've been told probably that if you don't do it now, you'll get booked up. And it might be the case.
This is the problem, isn't it? Because some suppliers do say that. They say, you need to give me a large deposit.
Yeah.
And they kind of lie about their availability. And
there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fully booked for 2027.
No, you're not.
Are you? But you only do 5 weddings a year. Do you know what I mean? They might be fully booked for them, but they don't say the number of weddings. Because I know a lot of DJs now who only do 30 weddings a year.
Is this it is actually written down on my various cards here, because once I started, I couldn't stop, because I was taking questions that were coming out of these groups. Is it important that we're booking people that do low amount of weddings or people that are doing high amount of weddings?
I don't think it makes a difference.
So does it matter what experience of the person? I think you can take on a larger amount because you're very experienced. I can take on a large amount because I can.
Yes and no. I think it's definitely when you speak to someone, they get a vibe for you and they feel, I'm confident. They got to do a lot of weddings. I feel confident. Or they might think, do you know what? I spoke to someone the other day. She goes, I've booked a photographer. He only does 10 weddings a year, but I really like his work and I really like him. But then when I found out how much he charged, there was a reason why he only charged. He was charging nearly £8,000.
Right. Yeah, because he's making up that downfall.
So he's making up that, but he for that couple, you get him. You'll get every.
He's got more time to do it and to edit
and for the editing.
And stuff like that.
You don't really want a photographer that's doing everyday weddings, because the editing time and the time that you will be waiting.
Well, we've already fallen into this where couples are not getting their photographs
it can take
for 6 months, and I think
I'm getting photos now when people last like May.
Yeah. But I think when you are booking, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Every supplier will have a different way of working. It works good for them. If they start working in a way that is not good for them, that's when they will fall.
Yeah.
So
but you've got to manage those expectations. I think that's something with photographers, you've got to ask really early, realistically, before you sign anything and pay any money, when will I get my photos, and have that in writing as well.
Yeah, so again, it's sitting down and before you book anybody.
We had a photographer on the other day here.
Yeah.
And he was saying like that they do a sneak peek like on the Sunday, which I think now is perfect, because the next day everyone is buzzing for
you
that
just
wedding.
want to talk about the day.
Because, I remember going to a hotel after my wedding. I was talking to like the reception staff. I got married the other day, and I was trying to show them like back then videos on my phone. Like, and you're trying to show people. We do content creating for people where we send them little videos that we've taken the following morning. So when they wake up, there's loads of videos throughout the day of them on their wedding day. And yes, they're good quality, but they're not a videographer or a photographer.
No, sure.
So I always tell people to get them as well. Obviously, don't rely on us, but they are so excited. So I definitely think when you're a photographer, make sure you get. But then it's not like you get sneak peeks and then it's like 6 months later.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, let's same with.
It does take time, the editing.
But if
it shouldn't take that long.
If they're in peak time, we had Justine from Bertie's Photography, and she said she sees it when when they're doing wedding after wedding, doing one on a Thursday, one on a Friday, one on a Saturday, one on a Sunday, one on Monday. They've got to edit all of those and make sure that they're perfect. I get it in peak times. What I'm saying is that suppliers should say at the beginning, it should be in their information, but also you can't assume that supplier is going to have all of those things. I think as a couple, you need to be saying, what this is important to me. So I'm not going to come halfway through after I've booked you.
Contract terms and conditions.
2 months before going, when will I have my photos?
Yeah, so
photos. I don't know about photos.
Yeah.
You'll get those 6 months later. Oh no, I want them. You're changing your contract. That's not what that.
They should get. So when
said.
it's like probably like yourself, they get the contract, read through it, then they sign it. And if you've read through the contract and sign it, they can't say a word in a really like it's. I've explained it beforehand.
It's there to protect both parties. Isn't it?
Well, look at lockdown.
It lays everything out.
Look at lockdown.
Yeah.
I had about 100 brides move their weddings. Realistically, I'd say 50% of them I had on the phone crying to me. And there was like 25% of them were asking for their deposit back.
Yeah.
Because that's when you used to call it a deposit.
Yeah.
And now it's changed to a booking fee. But I'm not sure. Might be.
To be honest with you, the Consumer Rights Act, I think it's 2015, hasn't actually changed much. What has changed since COVID is how the Law Society will look at it if it gets pushed. So it's reasonable. Is that reasonable?
Well,
what work did you do for that money? And you have to fight your corner for it.
Yeah, so we did. Hence the whole first meeting with them, the second meeting with them, the admin fee,
and you've given up other work you could have done that day.
And literally it was that literally. So you've done I'd say how many hours that was. So we had to break it down. But most couples were like, do you know what? You're going through a worse time now. And there was a couple of couples like, we need that money back now to survive ourselves.
Yeah.
All the rest were like, do you know what? We're going to need you when we get married. And do you know what? I'd say 90% just waived that deposit and still paid the full amount when they got married. The years after COVID were just...
It was hectic, wasn't it? But I think it's important that, it is a negotiating table, isn't it? When you think, I want that supplier, and ask up front. There's no harm in saying, what are your terms and conditions? Take them away, have a read through it together.
You can get those straight away. You don't need to wait until you've paid or agreed.
Or even a book today or put a pencil or something.
They're on my website for people to see.
Perfect.
So mine are on my website.
Yeah, so that's my advice to suppliers. And I know things can change per couple, but I think if you can have your, terms and conditions, I'm that
confident that they're on there, like read them, and then before you've even signed, whether you even book with us, it's on there for you to read.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not willing? Okay, you're not, like full payments due 30 days before the wedding. If you're not happy to pay that, then don't sign the contract.
No, exactly.
I'm in the middle of discussing and booking somebody for something I can't talk about, but and there's 2 people in the running for it. And
whatever you're into, that's fine.
And up front, I've gone, what are your terms and conditions? One is literally, I'll email you now as we're speaking. And the other one is, we don't discuss that until we've got the contracts. And I went, no. you know,
I know which one I'm going to go with.
Yeah,
I know who I'm going to go with.
Literally, it's red flags, and it's getting me like.
That's who I'm going with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
cards on the table. Because weddings are expensive, and you're part with money, emotions as well, like people expectations. Some people, they never thought they were going to get married.
No.
And some people
They've never done this before.
And some people, like, they're never going to spend this much money again in their life.
No.
Because it is, and they're saving. They're saving, like, there's one couple the other night. We're going to save. Would they save £1,500 to £2,000 a month?
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
They're saving that a month.
Yeah, they're going without
things
to make sure it's amazing.
I mean, I understand that each wedding is different from each other, and you know, but you every supplier will have their terms and conditions that can be flexible on certain points that then get rewritten for you personally.
We've changed terms and conditions before.
Oh, we often do. If there's an aspect that someone doesnn, if as long as we're happy with it and it works for the venue, and I'll quite often adjust things. Yeah,
we've done that through a family member being ill, and then we want to book with you. This is the date. Someone's not very well. We could have to potentially move the wedding because this person, unfortunately, might not be here anymore. Yeah. So we've changed. I said 100%. If you need to move it, we've sent them an email. Then they've emailed back saying yes, fine. Of them, the booking fee it's just been transferred over because us being nice, because we want to work with these couples.
Of course. Yeah.
You know, in today's day and age, you have to be very flexible, I think. But they understand you're a business.
Yes.
And they haven't.
But I have to interrupt you. But some clients don't realise that. And when you can't change it, you're being unreasonable.
So then with us putting in the terms and conditions, it was with subject to availability.
Yes.
So we can move it.
Okay.
But when you move it, and if you want to go from a Tuesday in February and you want to go to a Saturday in July, it's probably not going to happen.
But also, that's a price difference, surely?
100%. So, but then that's the conversation you've had before. It's in writing.
And if they change venue, that's distance, that's money that you're travelling.
Because some people are like, how much you charge? And it's here. And they go, oh, we actually changed our venue now to there. I'm like, well, it's upstairs for one. Do you know what I mean?
We get that a little bit with our dresses, you know, and they'll, you know, when the initial stage, well, how much is tailoring? And we go through, right, normally you're in between here and here. Very rarely does it go over. So if you budget for the hire, but then
that's a great way of doing it. Like, I've never thought of it like that. Like,
but then they'll come back and go, oh my God, it was like £150 more. And I'm like, oh my gosh, who did you use? And then I said, what did you have done? And they're like, nothing more, just so I get hold of the seamstress and they went, they've added sleeves, they've dropped the waist, they've added more on the back.
That's nothing.
They've actually gone a complete change of it. So of course that's going to change things.
But then at least you've given them that beforehand though. Like this will be the max. But then if you change the goalpost, move the goalpost, of course it's going to be more money.
Yeah. I think the thing is though, because weddings are romantic and everyone's excited, and we all buy in excitement, don't we?
Yeah.
You choose something in excitement. That's when you make your purchases.
Yeah.
But I think the important thing is to bring it back to reality, not to dampen it, but to actually sit back and go, hold on, do I actually get along with that photographer? Is this florist right for us?
Yeah.
Rather than, oh my God, they've only got one date free and I've got to take it now. And you know, you get the panic purchase rather than going, hold on a minute, I can hold the date. And a good supplier will hold the date for you with no obligation or
we're
fee.
talking about venues, aren't we?
Yeah, well, even photographers.
But I am.
Photographers I work, you would hold a date.
This week. I'm holding a date until she goes to the venue next week and decides this is the actual venue she wants.
Right.
Yeah. No, I do that all the time when I'm wedding planning outside of my venues.
It is very common for that to happen.
I phoned 4 photographers yesterday and I said, this is the wedding date. The couple like all of your work. Would you just hold the date until they make decisions? They'll hold it for 2 weeks.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. And if a supplier isn't happy to do that or says there's a fee or any obligation, just put the phone down.
You would. Okay.
But how busy it is at the moment, though? I couldn't give a couple of weeks. I literally,
even a week, just to get your ducks in a row.
Yeah. That's
really
what I said.
Good.
That's what I've done this week. I said, I'll give you a week because you go into the venue on Sunday. I said, if I haven't heard from you by Wednesday, I need to release that date.
Particularly, I had a couple I saw on Saturday and they really want to go with Myrtle's Courtyard, one of our venues in Farnham.
It's really lovely.
Lovely barn. But they're waiting for their church to confirm their wedding date.
And
we can't get hold of the vicar.
Oh my goodness. That for me.
Vicars are impossible to get hold of.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah,
I've got the date on hold, just don't worry about it.
At the moment, that is a real problem. I'm fine. Registry office, fine. Venues with registrar, they're quite simple. But vicars at the moment.
And I don't get it. They always want a new roof. But they don't seem to want to answer the phone. Bloody churches. It's like, you want some money?
Yeah,
it's not free to get...
I don't know how much it is, but a bride was kind of telling me the other day, I think it's about 800 quid.
Yeah, it's close to £1,000.
If but then she wants the choir.
Oh, yeah, that's more. And a bell ringer.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, is that the bell ring is not included? Right. So I think she was saying it was going to about 1,100, 1,200 and I was like...
About that.
So this is one of my other things on here is the add-ons. Should we be asking our suppliers when we are booking? Because we're naive. We've never done this before. Okay, and we've never organised a big party before.
An event as big as this.
Exactly. So we should be saying, right, what are the extras?
Yeah, and getting prices for those now. Because what you don't want to say is, oh, bell ringers, okay, great. And then a week before the wedding going, we'd love a bell ringer. Oh, we can't afford it. Or the price changes. Or particularly if you're planning your wedding quite far in advance, if your wedding's for, like, say, next summer or beyond, you want to get the prices up as soon as possible. Then you'll get this year's prices.
This today. I've had a girl that came and tried a dress on with me last year and was given a price for a veil. In between Christmas and New Year, prices have gone up quite a lot on this range of veils that we've got, like £50. So it's quite a big hike.
Yeah.
Either somebody's not put their prices up, or they haven't realised their price, or they've had, they're ramped up their end, but it's gone up quite a lot. And she went, well, it was this price last year, and I went, yeah, but it was 3 months ago. So
people don't realise, like,
you lock it
a lot of suppliers are putting prices up. I know a lot at the moment, and I'm like, someone rang me and said, when's your prices going up, or when do we need to make the decision? I said, I put my price up in December. I said, it's now till July. That's my price at the moment. And then they followed. So I said, she was like, oh, thank you. And I was like, that's fine, because she trusted me. Like, I'm not going to put it up again. So to lose the date, I'm not going to say anything like.
But is this not the panic again, that if I don't book you, the prices are going to go up, and that's going to, and it's crucial, isn't it?
Well, there again, you can check, because if you've been quoted a price and you're just in the stage of making a decision, like within 7 days or so, that price should be the same.
Yes.
But then what we sometimes have is a couple will look at one of our venues, they love it, and then we don't hear from them for quite a while sometimes. Yeah. And suddenly the phone rings and they're like, oh, we want to book. And you're like, okay, great, but the price, things have changed. It's 3 months later.
So again, it's
also,
managing.
the date's gone.
Yeah.
That is like they do, like you say, oh, you're really interested.
It's the expectations, isn't it? It's managing your expectations just because you think this is okay, just because you think that it's going to be all right, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be.
Having a quote is booking it.
Yes.
I've had that a few times recently where we've had couples go to a marquee company, get a quote, and they're like, yeah, that's great. Yeah. Okay, great. And the marquee company go, okay, fine, well, let us know when you're ready to proceed. And they don't proceed straight away. And the date is gone.
Yeah, I've had the same with wedding dresses, that they've come in and they've gone, oh, it'll be all right next week, won't it? It'll still be here next week. No. I can't guarantee it. And it's not me being pushing. And they have come back and it's been discontinued.
It's a really fine line to be saying to them, I'm not going to be funny to you. Like, yes, you want that we've got one date in July, and then but people ring up now and say, what have you got available at your venue? They won't say, oh, I want the 11th of July. They'll say, what have you got available? So they'll come to you with an open kind of book. And if someone's saying, oh, can you hold that? I'm like, well, I can't, because but then you don't want to be pushy. So it's a fine line.
It is.
And I struggle.
I don't like being like a salesy person, but I have to say, when I've got somebody on the cusp, I will say, you're critical. But
then it's a fine line. I don't want to come across that person. If you don't take it, I'm not being funny, someone else will.
Yeah. But it's also horrible when people don't get back to you.
Yes.
When you get what's the expression? When you
ghosted.
Ghosted. When you hold someone's date and you go out above and beyond, and then you're like, where are they?
Well, they're busy looking at other venues, and they're expecting you to hold.
But then some people,
well,
it's not a priority to them, some people. Some people are like, oh, yeah, because there's so many suppliers out there or so many venues, and it's not really but to us, it's like, you're important to us.
Yeah, and it's very personal. The way we run our businesses is very personal. We really look after
because your shop is very busy.
Yes,
really busy, and trying to get an appointment. Is
I get it with reps. Reps are trying to make appointments to come in and see me, and I went, I'm not booking a slot out. They're like, yeah, but you can get me a gap in. I went, no, because I am always booked.
Well, I spoke to a bride the other day. It was Monday, and I said to her, you need to book in a date with a dress shop. Love me date. And she went, oh, we just rock it. No.
You do.
I said,
have to book
you need to book.
It's like turning up at your venue. If you're not there, they can't get
that.
in.
It's rude.
What do we do? What do we do when we've then seen something on Instagram that we want at our wedding? So we're talking about once we
check it's not AI.
My husband's fooled every single time. I'm like a parent.
There was a thing about a puppy the other day, and I took it to my son. I was like, Barney, look at this. There's a puppy.
Being eaten by an alligator.
And he was like, Mum, that's AI. And I was like, oh,
how did you do
I know.
I really cried over it.
I have to look at some of them. I said, the woman's got a hand in a crocodile's mouth, getting her dog out of there, and I'm like, that surely
and she doesn't have any fingers,
and I surely can't. And I'm like, and then I show my wife, and she's like, it's just like, what are you even asking me? I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I feel duped.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it is happening at weddings.
Oh yeah, because when people,
but
suppliers are using it.
Yeah.
When you're showing videos of packed dance floors of people dancing crazy, and I'm like, well, that's not real because they're not dancing in time to the music, or then people are like. I'll
tell you a funny story now. I've launched a candle brand.
You have, and they are amazing.
Wild Queen, you've seen this.
They are beautiful candles.
And my background is of the sea and the cliffs. Have you seen it?
Yes.
And it is taken from Cornwall, from somebody's brochure. I found it online, and I said to AI, "Can you put there and can you lap the water coming through in the background?"
That's disgusting. That's disgraceful.
Yeah, you fell for that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I've had so many messages going, "You back home?" Because I'm from Cornwall, so they're like, they think I've been home photographing with the sea lapping. It's AI. It took me 5 minutes, but you have got to be careful. But going back to what I was saying, if you see something out there and you go, "I want that at my wedding," and you've already signed your contract, at what point can we change things?
Have that discussion with suppliers.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
I don't think people will know at the beginning that they might want to change something.
No, well, they could be saying to the supplier, "At what point can I change?"
No, that's worth. But I don't think they won't think they would need to.
But what they should be asking,
they should.
That point, because this could go on their timeline. I can say to you, "At what point can I change from having an outside wedding inside, or vice versa?"
Before you get married.
There you go. So, but you
literally, we can whip that round.
Yeah, yes, you could. But a venue might go, "Absolutely not, because I've got another wedding."
Contract, exactly. So, and some venues, when you sign your contract, you have to say where you want this, where you want that.
Yes, I know.
Literally years before.
So be asking that question.
We finalised all that the day before.
So be asking that question. At what point can I change things?
Well, there was a wedding venue which is near you, and one I work at a lot. If you have an outdoor ceremony, you have to book the inside as well and pay for the inside as well.
Right.
And that's at the beginning of the discussions, which actually puts some couples off.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I know they do that because if it rains,
you're going to want to get somewhere.
Yeah.
You still want to get married, and you have to have an inside.
Well, it's up to the registrars, isn't it? If they turn up and say we're not going outside,
it was amazing because last year the bride was like, "I'm getting married outside," and it was not raining, but I'd say it was dark clouds.
Yeah.
And the bride was like, "I'm getting married outside."
Yeah.
"I'm not getting married in that room. I've paid for that room, but I'm not." And fair play to her. It held out for 20 minutes.
Positive thinking. You can't manifest
rain.
Oh, it was for me because I was going. I was just like, because I had the ceremony. I had the ceremony music.
Holding a plug.
We had the ceremony music all outside. Ceremony music all outside, and I was just like, and then they were going and getting the bride, and the groom had come back from the registrar, so I got the groom ready down the front, and he was standing at the front, and I was like, right, just stay there because the clouds are not looking good. But you're looking on the weather app, and it says you've got 20 minutes worth of non-rain, so she needs to get through that conversation with the registrar quickly. So get her in with the registrar. Yeah. Speed. But then there's the registrars, and they're not.
So changes are limited as we get closer to the wedding. So you need to be understanding of that. And I think I personally feel that you should have that needs and wants discussion. Go away, have dinner, go away for the weekend.
But there is like comments like on mine. There's like I've got comments, but like comments like I really want to get married outside, but I'm okay if we do get married inside. But give me that kind of guidelines at the beginning. So just. Communication, I think, is massive. Yeah. And end of the day, we are flexible. We do want to make it work, but obviously, if it costs us,
but I think
more
also
money.
Couples being realistic about actually what it entails for your suppliers, because I think sometimes people go, "Oh, you've only got to do it from there to there," but for you, that's huge to go from there to there. Yeah. Moving all that equipment, and small
again, it's
changes.
assumption, isn't it?
It is, and small changes can be very tricky and very costly to a business as well. If you're suddenly changing something that we haven't allocated staff to, or...
But some of my best reviews last year are when things have changed last minute, and then the bride has sent me the most amazing review afterwards because we were flexible and we made changes.
But this is down to experience as well.
Being flexible, obviously, is really integral. But what I mean is them being understanding of what the reason we sometimes can't do stuff.
100%.
Because the realism is it's difficult.
We talked, we had a little bit of a row at the beginning because we were talking about experience over a newbie.
Yes.
And you may well, get somebody who's new in the industry that hasn't got the experience and so is not flexible because they're not confident of doing it.
Yeah.
Whereas I think once you've got more experience, we're a little bit, I wouldn't say kamikaze, but we're a bit more braver. Yeah. We'll be like, okay, fine, I'll make it work sort of thing, sort of thing. But so that does come with experience.
Hence, the fields and the venues that you have put a marquee up in, we've got speakers where we can go to the middle of the field. We don't need electricity.
Amazing,
So they're battery powered. I've bought those. That's my experience coming in. You might want to move to the middle of the field. Someone who is newbie, I've got to get a cable from there to there. I'm like, no, I've experienced and knowing how to what to do that might happen. So we've invested heavily.
Would you employ a supplier that's just started?
We all start somewhere.
It depends what they're doing.
Wow, you changed your tune.
But how did you start?
I decided that from a board meeting that I didn't want to be there anymore and I was going to open up a wedding dress shop.
Exactly.
But I had a dressmaking background. My grandmother was a seamstress. I made clothes, so I had that knowledge there. Yeah. I also had a management and a marketing background as well. And a passion.
For life.
And for life.
To make it work.
I'm not
but you've
give
got
up.
the right attitude as well.
But we have all got to start somewhere.
Yes.
But I think if you are employing somebody that has, that's their first season, I think more questions do need to be asked. I asked you, because your biography's out today, apparently, right? And actually, when we got talking about it, you were a runner.
Yeah, I used to carry someone's stuff. I used to carry someone's stuff when I started.
So actually, you weren't new into it. You actually did have an insight.
Yeah. 5 years worth of carrying equipment for someone.
Yeah.
Of weekends going out, carrying it upstairs, finding out what wires went with what, looking at the crowds. That was my apprenticeship.
Yes.
So you didn't go into it blind.
Yes.
It wasn't like you went, I don't know how to plug these things.
No, but some people now, they go, I've got a laptop, I'm a DJ. I can do your wedding.
Yeah, well, it's like we talked about, and we all, we've all done it, and we've all seen it where a bride enjoyed their wedding so much, they're like, I'm going to be a wedding planner. But I know some phenomenal wedding planners that have done that, and they are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, definitely. But it's not just the fact you've planned a wedding; it's all of the other aspects about your personality.
Yeah,
it's not just you can make phone calls
or but that's because they think I've organised my wedding.
You're doing.
We had this conversation a minute ago. I literally had two or three brides this in the lot since I got married last year. I'm now going to become a wedding planner, and it's like I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm like.
And I don't think people realise actually what goes into it. The number of people that say to me, "Oh, you're a wedding planner. Do you actually go to the wedding?" I'm like, of course I go to the wedding. That's the most daft question.
Yeah.
It's like someone saying to you, do you actually see the dresses? Of course you see them.
Yeah.
I don't. And when I say I'm there, like I said to someone, I had a wedding the following day, it's a friend of mine, and she said, what time will you get back from work tomorrow? And I was like, about 1:30. And she's like, that's nice, so you'll see the kids. And I was like, no, 1:30 in the morning. And she's like, but you said you were going to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, until the next day.
Yeah.
The wedding's, it's the whole day.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's a really long day.
And people were asking me about...
you don't mind, because it's what we do and it's our passion, it's an honour. But when you come 100%. Away and say it to people that don't work in the industry, they don't get it.
Yeah, and it's like for me, we were talking about marathon training. I'm not doing much because I haven't had the time and I've got an injury. But I work on my feet. So my legs are strong. I'm 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and I'm still
in this
going
industry,
at 9
you don't
o'clock
have a night. We're not 9 to 5.
No.
I was still in the office last night. I'd say half 10, 11 o'clock, and a bride emailed me. She texted me, WhatsApp me saying, "Just got a couple of questions. Like, did you want to talk now? Because I'm still in the office." Yeah. And she went, "Oh, I'm in bed." I was like, so
no, weddings never sleep.
So then I said, can we speak Friday? Can I speak Friday? Because today I'm here and I've got another event tonight. Yeah. So I said, we'll speak Friday. But she was like, I think she said to me, you're working late. I was like, well, I'm still working.
Still working, yeah.
Just 'cause
I've got quite a few brides that are not here in the UK. And, they've loved it from the initial conversation on, booking in and buying the dress. They've bought from me because they've had that communication, because I'm probably still messaging at 2:20 at the moment. 2:20 is my get up time.
What, in the morning?
And waking up at 2:20.
Don't message me then.
Yeah.
I'm probably just going to bed then, being honest, by the time I wind down.
Yeah.
But, we don't.
But that's also very important with your suppliers, about knowing how much contact you can have.
It is a question
and actually
that I've got
how available
here.
they are. Because if your supplier's saying we do 9 to 5 and that's it,
yes,
you've got a busy job.
I know another DJ
trouble.
who only speaks to people on email.
Yeah.
And his office is like 9 till 5 on emails.
Yeah.
See, I don't like this only on emails. I'm a talky person.
No, yeah, well,
And I know I'm old.
actually, Mr.
But I find this
Mr. Chat
He hasn't got much work.
GPT said, ask your supplier before you book them what form of communication is best for you. And again, that's a question to ask, because if you've got somebody that says, right, you can only get hold of me between these hours, which isn't a bad thing.
That's fine, but as long as
I'm so jealous of you if you're doing that.
Yeah, but we don't just have one customer. You can have like 100 customers at once. So you might say to someone, right, you can only contact me between your lunch break and then when you go home, you've got no signal. So 12 till 1. But then you got every other customer can speak to you whenever they want. It is mental. Like it does on my inquiry form. It's saying when's the best time to contact.
Yes.
them.
And that's a good idea, because I think also couples will be getting very anxious. If they've sent an email on Sunday and it's Wednesday and they haven't heard anything, they'll be tearing their hair out. But actually, it might just be that photographer doesn't actually pick up his
But I think if we ask that question...
you don't know when they're working.
If we're asking that question at the beginning to our suppliers, what is your normal method of communication and time communication, then we don't panic.
Exactly.
I'll be honest with you, they don't listen to that.
But it should be in writing.
But when you tell people, so our office it says it online, they contact you any time of the day because they want an answer straight away. They're panicking inside. Yeah. So people come through Instagram, they come through Facebook.
Oh,
they come through
talked
WhatsApp,
about it on another
They come back
show.
through TikTok. They will contact you in whatever they're on at the time, and they see you.
Or all of them all at once.
Yes.
100%.
We talked about this a couple of episodes ago, and I had literally one girl messaged me. I mean, I've got a lot of forums, and messaged me on all of them. All the messages were different, and some of them were different points and different. And actually, I went, I'm just going to copy and paste this into an email so nothing gets lost for you, because something's going to get forgotten. And she'll go, I asked you that. And I went, yeah, but where?
By carrier pigeon.
But I literally, sometimes they message you something on here, then they message you on here, and I'm like, please just come through an email on my website.
Yeah. So I argue with you.
Me?
About the email. I think email is really important.
Oh, no, I do everything on email.
Because it's...
email trail.
Email trail.
Oh, no, I do that.
But everything in writing.
Oh, no, everything is in writing.
Yeah, everything must be right, both sides.
Yes, no, absolutely. And I save everything.
Yes.
Every single email. I had a couple once who asked a question and I went back from 2 years before and I went, there's your answer. And they were like, oh, we didn't realise we'd sent that to you.
Just scroll down to the very bottom, scroll down, scroll down, and emails because you reply.
And it's always quite nice, isn't it, when you go, there you go.
Yeah, but you can also search,
then you
search
go,
the question.
You
can actually search the question as well, because you will forget that you've asked. It's particularly if you've got lots of
Well, you
suppliers.
said you'd stay till 1 o'clock in the morning for free. No, it definitely says your terms and conditions stay till 12 o'clock. Anything after that will be an extra £200.
Yeah.
Oh, but you said you'll stay for free. If you could please tell me where it says that, because it definitely says £200. Because after 12 o'clock.
I've got down here, a smooth journey comes from mutual respect and clear expectations.
Yes,
100%.
definitely.
We do this at the beginning, yeah?
100%.
Yeah. I think everything goes round to doing this at the beginning before you're booking people.
And it's you're right, the respect thing as well. They respect you. They respect your costs, respect your
and your time,
T's and C's, your time, and then they get to know you through your socials. And like the other day, like I watched your video. I sat there watching your venue. I was like, oh, look, cool, oh yeah.
Oh,
and I got in because we're friends, and you do want that person to do well, so you respect them, and that's like, it's a journey that I was with on that day, just watching your video, and your couples are doing that, so they're investing in you, so then they should respect you when you say, I'm not in the office at the moment, I can talk at this time, but couples want to talk to you whenever.
What do we do as a supplier when your couple think that they know it better than you? know your industry better than you.
I don't
and
really
it's
get that.
and it's not right, but we know it does happen.
It comes from confidence, their confidence in you.
Yes, okay.
I think if
so,
they trust
so that's
you-
what it's telling us, that they're not confident.
Yeah, I think
when they're
questioning-
challenging us.
Yeah, I think they're
Okay.
questioning.
Or some brides.
Or they're panicking themselves.
Or
Yes,
they've
okay,
seen
yeah.
it online, they must do it this way, they must do it this way. And I'm
Yes.
like, we must. So they've been told by their photographer
Yeah.
and the venue that they must do their first dance at this time.
This is cross communication, isn't it?
So with us, there's a sheet at the beginning that they get told that these are the reasons why we don't
Right.
do certain things at this time. And then, photographer, but we're only paying our photographer till this time. Some photographers now, they get it, they stay till whenever, until they get the photo they need.
Which they should. They shouldn't be just like, I'm here till then and I'm done. Like they should be like, actually, 5 minutes more, I'm going to get better pictures. They should invest
100%.
in that,
Because they literally, I've had a bride say, I loved it. It was last year. She was like, we've got to do it at this time. I was like, we won't be able to do it. She was, we've got to do it then. I've been told. I said she was panicking and she was quite passive aggressive with
Fear
it.
of the unknown, isn't it?
And I said to her, unfortunately, you won't be doing your first dance then because your evening guests won't have arrived. And when they do arrive, they want to talk to you. So you're not going to do a first dance. And she literally came up to me at like an hour after when she said she had to do it. And she went, you were right. And I loved that.
Can we just, because it's a question that came in, and it was somebody that was an evening guest at a wedding, and they arrived promptly. They were put into a room by a venue because they weren't ready for the evening guests.
Oh, it's
yet.
a holding room for sheep.
They were.
Was there drinks?
No.
Oh.
And the couple weren't ready to greet them.
That's the bride being. Surely that's the bride being.
But I.
Controlling.
No, I don't. I think things ran over. But the fact that they came in through the door and they just stood there watching everybody having a good time.
Oh, that's awful.
And there was a good 30 of them, 30, 40 of them for evening. And then they were ushered then into a room going, yeah, we're not ready yet. The cake.
But we'll take your gifts.
Yeah.
It's communication though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Between you as the bride and groom.
Yeah.
And the communication with the venue before. If we're overrunning.
Yes.
Just what is the procedure if we're overrunning? Because weddings never go to time. They go like 90% of the time they go to kind of to clockwork.
But to evening guests is a tricky one because they often will turn up a bit early. And we've had this where the speeches are finishing and we're on time, but evening guests have suddenly they're 20 minutes early.
But I understand that. But
I would never send someone to a side room. And I have a real problem with the evening guests arriving. Not in that way. I don't mind evening guests. But I think it's really important to make them feel part of the party
100%.
straight away. So I
100%.
always have
they
them
definitely
greeted
felt that.
and they're given a drink.
100%.
The second they walk in, because if you've got a drink in your hand, you're part of the party.
Yeah,
You walk into a
100%.
party and you're like, I haven't got a drink.
Acknowledge.
and you
Don't know
still,
where I'm
and
meant
you've
to
still
be.
got your card present and you're like, what do I do?
Yeah. Having someone greet them.
Because we
gifts
host, we
taken.
literally go straight up to people, hi, your evening guests, hi, we'll just get you a glass of Prosecco,
Yeah.
we'll get a glass of Prosecco for them, they get the Prosecco, and then all of a sudden they feel part of it.
Yeah, totally.
Just to let you know, we're just running over a little bit, have a drink at the bar, watch the speeches, and then we get the bride and groom will come over and greet you, and make people feel...
Yeah, you've got to make people feel welcome.
There's two tiers of guests, the daytime guests, and then
it was definitely like, evening guests. You know,
That's
ready for you.
so
So I think for couples,
That's really
you
sad.
need to be there to do a meet and greet.
Yeah, bride and groom
Then a lot
always be available
now they're off having photos done when the evening guests arrive. So it's a difficult one, isn't it?
I think as long as the evening guests are greeted and they're given a drink and they're made to feel welcome and they're directed where to go, all of those things.
I've said
I think
this
that's
recently
really
about
important.
ushers and bridesmaids. If the bride and groom are off having photos, just delegate your chief bridesmaid and just say, hi, how you doing, guys? Just let you know they're off having photos. They'll be back in a minute. Just make them feel special.
So should we be appointing somebody at the venue to greet the guests if the couple, because the couple have been pulled here, there and everywhere, aren't they?
And you don't want the strain of that on the couple.
Yeah.
That needs to be
I
something.
need to get back and see me, I guess.
Yeah.
But you don't want them to be stressed.
And we've had situations where, obviously where I'm running the day, where I'm coordinating everything, we've had situations where evening guests are a bit early. We'll be in a marquee or in the barn or wherever the wedding is. And I've just brought them in quietly into the sort of the side of the room. We've found them a lovely seat, got them a drink, and then they're part of the speeches because there's nothing, and we've all done it. We've turned up as an evening guest.
We've
I'm a
7:00.
second-class citizen with my 50 quid gift that I'm giving you. And, you know, you do.
I wasn't important enough to be fed.
I get very annoyed if I'm invited to evening guests. I'm like, I'm a day person. Like, I bring the party.
I am VIP.
I am. I don't think so.
Do you know, I've only been invited to 2 weddings. I've not DJ'd at recently because I'm always invited.
It's weird, isn't it, being at a wedding?
It's like,
It is.
What would you do now? I'm like, I'm just going to sit here and watch. I'm not in charge today, so I'm just going to sit here and watch. They're like,
It's hard not to,
But what song would you play? I was like, I'm not even thinking about music.
Yeah.
You just want to enjoy it.
Yeah, just literally, people don't get it though, do they?
No.
When I'm at weddings, I think people kind of read me as like a hospitality person, and the waitresses
What's
will
the
always
food like? What's the food like?
Well, no, they'll give me loads of booze. It's amazing. At my cousin's wedding, they were doing the champagne for the speeches, and this
Champagne
waitress
knowledge.
just came over, went, stick that under your bag, go on, and she gave me an extra bottle of champagne to put under my chair. I was smashed. And then she gave me another bottle at the bar. She's like, I've hidden you a bottle. I don't know why. Maybe she fancied me. I'm not quite sure. But wherever I go, I just like this special...
He's waving at me
attention.
To round up. So, so for couples, if you are planning a wedding, I think it's just important to, write down what you actually want.
Don't rush.
Don't rush it when you're looking at
Don't be afraid to ask a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to ask, what if? Because I do get that sometimes. What if you're ill?
Back up.
Because people are like, what happens if you speak?
We work solo, a lot of us in the industry.
Yeah.
So, a photographer works on their own, you work on your own, but you have got backup. You work on your own, but you've got backup.
Always.
So do ask them. It's really important. Have you got backup?
And read your terms and conditions.
Read terms and conditions. Set a timeline and give that timeline to all your suppliers. You can say something now.
No. That's exactly right.
But everybody should have the same timeline.
Yeah.
Yes.
But sometimes that timeline, discuss it with people and then put one together. Don't just say, this is the timeline.
You mean the timeline, like the day plan of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get from every supplier. So if I was making one now, I would check with you, how long do you want for this? How long's your setup?
Yeah.
What are your requirements? I'd be checking with you, how long does she need to get into her dress?
Right.
Realistically.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to communicate all the suppliers.
I'd say for food service,
So who coordinates that?
Me.
So you're doing, but you are the coordinator,
Yeah.
But if you haven't got one, what do you do? Get one.
Phone me.
Yeah, you want a sober best friend.
But it is that a timeline for me. I'm like, because we create one for the entertainment and for the day, but I want to know, if you've got one, right, perfect, give me that. I say, right, these are the ones we're going to do as well, and then you kind of, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Communication between the suppliers is amazing, because trust is a massive thing with suppliers, and if you're not, like your photographer's telling you to do it this time, but we know it's not going to work.
No. And you don't want any friction. You want there to be a lovely atmosphere behind the scenes and with the guests.
Before we round up, can we just have a quick conversation about checking things before, physical things? Because you're not really a physical thing. You're a venue, you're not a physical thing. So when you're buying things, like for me, wedding dresses, checking your zips, checking your buttons.
Or checking you can do things in a dress.
Yeah.
Sit down.
It's true.
Just quick story. I had a bride once when I turned up. She was pale white, and I was like, "Why?" They pulled her corset in too tight. So I just said to her, "Go, like her bridesmaid, go and undo it." She came back and she was like, "Oh my god, I'll never forget that." And when I got there, she was so white because she obviously couldn't breathe, and people need
checking they've done like your button loops and stuff. Because the number of times they've gone up, brides have said to me, "Oh, it's done," and I've looked and it isn't actually. So
can we be checking that the cars that we are hiring are up to date with their MOT and
especially old cars.
But surely
they
when
break down.
You sign the contract and read the contract, it will say like my car has got this, and this.
You would hope so. That's what you need to be asking.
Contracts, isn't it? Like it is like that is.
But you want to check that again closer, like good 6 months before the wedding. Go over all that nitty gritty.
I had it before Christmas. I bought my Mini in February.
Yeah.
And suddenly I'm like, tax is due on it. I went, well, it's got a year's tax. Surely no MOT. But I'd assumed.
I don't think you've got
that it was yes. It wasn't a new one, Holly.
Oh, right.
Some of us have to buy second hand.
Holly,
I've never bought a car.
Holly.
I've never bought
there you go.
I've always been given.
But again, it was that.
No, I have a lovely car. I've always been given cars. I've never bought one.
That was my assumption.
No, do you know what? I can't. Yeah.
If we're assuming that our car has got.
So you did read the contract, which was given
probably not.
to
I was
you.
too excited.
Yeah, she wanted to get an
So that's why brides are excited.
This is it, buying an excitement.
So buying it, so literally you're excited.
Rein it back.
Just read, are your terms and conditions anywhere for us to read before we sign?
Yeah.
Or when you give them the terms and conditions, just read them through.
I'm the opposite in my boutique. I tend to tell them too much.
Yeah,
it's the ADHD in me,
before they've even bought the dress.
Yeah, so
you can also ask to speak to a previous customer.
Can you?
Yeah.
All my reviews are on.
Yeah, but if someone wants to actually have a conversation with someone, even over email, and just say,
I used to do that.
How
I
was
used to
that?
say,
What
like,
was
I had
this?
an ex-bride, and I said to her, and I think she had one person call her, and I used to say, like, if you, like, don't take, I know that's before, like, I'd say Google reviews were there, like, easily accessible.
But sometimes people want to actually speak to someone, get advice, and get thoughts. And
they're like, they're expensive, but would you say he's worth it? And they were like, 100%.
I think actually what you can do here is a supplier will normally celebrate that they've done somebody's wedding by putting it on their social media. You can click on, they'll tag the bride and the groom, maybe message them and say, look, I'm thinking about taking this person on.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
Why can't we do that? That's quick, easy.
Yeah, it's lovely. And
direct.
People that won't mind.
No.
Loads of mine.
Or because they're so happy about their wedding, they will rave about you. And they're like, it was amazing, they did this,
I had an email literally a couple months ago from a bride from 24, and she said, I've just had a message online from someone who wants to book you. And it's really lovely. It's really nice.
The other side of that is buyer's regret. After the wedding, you may get
I've
some.
seen someone at a wedding. They're like, we should have gone with you. The one we had was rubbish. I was like, I was like, book me for your next one.
But all the socials will look great, and they had a great time.
Or they're in the package. We chose not to. The entertainment was in the package for free, so we just went with that, and we thought it'd be all right, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
I've got this conversation going on at the moment with someone who they get a free entertainment with their wedding, so they want to know what we do because they looked online and then. It's okay, but it's not
just
great.
Because you're getting these packages doesn't necessarily mean that it is the best deal or the best quality.
But weddings are expensive, so sometimes if the entertainment's not that important to you, because some weddings you do talk to couples and they're not. Just
it's
to let
not
you know,
their thing. Yeah.
We don't really dance. We don't really like music. We haven't got any evening guests coming.
Yeah.
So we're going to get someone free, but we've been told about you for everyone's raved about you. So okay, but they're not. She's not selling me her wedding, but when she was talking to her, but
also I think with these packages, they're done. I had a bride bought from me this week, and where she's getting married, and I said, if you need any help, let us know. We have like a new little newsletter and stuff like that. And she said, oh no, it's all included. Everything's done by the venue.
Oh, that's
but it's not. But it's that fear of like I haven't got the tools. This is why we do this. To give you tools to do it. But she, that hopefully that will go swimmingly well and that she isn't going to have a regret afterwards.
I think she will though, because she'll have missed out on the actual planning.
Yeah.
That's quite.
It is.
That's why I think it's sad, because you're not actually planning.
It's the build-up. It's excitement.
Yeah, and you're not making the choices.
All she's had to do is to get the dress. And
making the relationships as well, because there's something lovely on the day when you hand over the dress the days before, and they're seeing you. They see their
flowers. Hug you. When you tell her, like literally, I said,
I had 10 hugs from one bride on Saturday.
I said to Group, it's last time, mate. You can do a run of steel if you want. He's like, at least stop it. Do you know what I mean? Before he goes in with the registrar.
Yeah.
But you have that relationship.
Oh,
with
it was
them.
your fault then.
No. But you have the relationship with them before the wedding. If you say someone does it all for you, you turn up and go, oh, hi, I'm your DJ.
This is it.
Oh, right, no worries.
Well, then your issue then is that you'll turn out and going, oh, I thought there was going to be more. I thought I was going to have more flowers. I thought I was, So.
I think the important thing is, like you say, with the package of including entertainment, it's investing in what is important to you. And that's when you won't get buyer's regret. Because I've got a couple whose wedding we're doing in August, and they've said the wine and the food and the music, that's really all we care about. So that's where all the budget's going.
So this is where everything suppliers, else is suppliers should be asking, what are your non-negotiables?
Yeah.
Sparking that conversation.
And that's where if they then spent loads of money on flowers that they didn't really care about, the next few days after the wedding they'll be like, shouldn't we have bothered with that? But whereas if they put it into a band, if they put it in the band, they'll be like, that
right, he's going to shout at me, so we need to round up. We've got an advert to record.
So much to talk about.
An advert, yes.
Thank you.
For plasters.
Shut
up. Joking.
I knew you were going to say that. Thank you, as always, for listening, subscribing. Please do me a favour. Please do a comment. Do that thumbs up. That's quite hard for me to do.
You're not running, so that's all right.
Just let me know that you're out there. Where can we find you?
Share it with brides, because so many brides say to me,
yes, they need our support.
Yeah, literally, when a new bride comes along, just if you know someone's engaged, just share this post, because literally the amount of people see you on Wedding Mayhem, it's actually getting brides knowledgeable in the industry, and it shows a community that we care about people.
We want you to put your money in the right places, and for you to have a fantastic day.
And you can find me on DJ Lee Russell online, and LR Disco Entertainment online, and DJ Lee Russell on Instagram.
And your biography?
Oh yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
Thursday.
Hardback.
It's Thursday today.
Is it really a book?
Yeah, it's going to be so good.
I wrote
If
it
he's lying or not.
Yeah, no, I'll send you a copy.
Signed.
Signed.
Where can we find you?
At blankcanvasweddings.co.uk and on Instagram at blankcanvasweddings and here.
And if you want a wedding dress, come and see me at Love Me Do Brides, and we'll see you all again next week. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
That went on so long.
It literally just like you could.